30s seem to be a time when you finally realize who you are as a person, and you also find the courage to embrace it. It's a time where you actually start to gain some experience in life and have a better understanding of what the actual hell is going on in life. So here are 30 things I've realized while in my 30s. Number 1 is don't be afraid to take risks. You will not grow in life without taking risks. Now, every risk should be a calculated one, but you have to take risks to get what you want in life. So go start that business or ask that girl out, make that big move. You never know what will come of it. Now, number 2 is love is the only thing that gives us meaning. Without love, we have nothing. Now, despite the many beliefs that divide us as a human society today, it is the pursuit of love that unites us. Our relationships we have in life are one of the most important things that we have on this earth. So make sure you make time for your loved ones because you never know when that opportunity is going to be gone. The third one is dad strength is a real thing. Having kids does something to a man, both emotionally and physically. On the emotional level, I have never felt a love like this that I do for my kids. And then for the physical side of things, as tough as he thought he was, I could easily manhandle and kick my own 20-year-old self's ass. There is something about becoming a dad that just makes you stronger. Number 4 is to always pay yourself first. It is so easy to have money come and go. That is why it is so important to always pay yourself first every time you get paid. When you receive your paycheck, a portion of it needs to go into either savings, investments, or any other goal-based savings account before you do anything else with it. And number 5 is to never settle. Now, I was on the verge years ago of almost settling at a shit job that I absolutely hated. Now, this job paid me well, and I almost felt like I was stuck. I told myself, I was like, JJ, this is the life that you were given. You worked hard to get to this job. You're stuck here because they're paying you good money. You're not going to make good money anywhere else. You just kind of need to really suck it up and deal with it. Well, thank God that I did not follow through with that mindset. I've seen it happen so many times in life. People staying at that job that they absolutely hate, they're not happy with, not working on bettering their finances, just settling with where they're at, or giving up their goals that they've set themselves, for example, like taking their health more serious. They settle for relationships that they know they don't want, that doesn't have that true connection. The spark's not there. To live a fun, exciting, purposeful, and fulfilling life, you need to learn to never settle for less. I'm where I'm at now in life because I chose not to settle. Number 6, being healthy is a superpower. When you focus on your health and staying fit, it improves your life in more ways than one. It makes you more confident, reduces risk of chronic illness, mitigates your stress, and also improves your mental health. When you look better, you feel better. It's freaking science. Being able to take on that challenging hike that your friend asks you to go on, or not being too tired whenever your son asks you to play catch, is the true superpower of being healthy. Number 7, communication is key in a marriage. Talking with your spouse is one of the best ways to keep your marriage healthy as well as successful. You want to be able to keep that line of communication open with each other and be honest about how you're feeling. But it is important to remember to always stay kind and always stay respectful when you are choosing to communicate with one another. And as always, to be a good communicator, you have to be a good listener, especially for you men out there. Guys, you have to open your ears and listen to your wife. Take the time to understand what your spouse wants and also what makes them happy. Number 8 is to live below your means to get ahead financially. Living below your means simply means spending less than what you make. Many benefits can come from this, such as less stress in your life, reaching financial goals, having flexibility in life, and also having a stronger marriage. Because as we know, one of the leading causes of divorce has to deal with finances. So the biggest thing here is to make sure you're taking control of your money and not letting it control you. Number 9 is no one is coming to save you. It is strictly my control what happens in my life. I have to decide to take action in order to get what I want. No one is going to do the work for me. If I want to get out of a shitty job that I hate, I have to be the one to figure out how to do that. If I want to fix my finances and work on starting becoming financially free, I'm the one who has to figure out how to do that because no one is coming to save me. It is all up to me. Number 10 is to ask people about themselves. There is a book by Dale Carnegie that I think honestly everyone should read. It is called How to Win Friends and Influence People. The book emphasizes the importance of showing genuine interest in others, listening actively, and making others feel important and appreciated. One of the easiest ways to do this in conversation is to simply ask people about themselves. Ask him a question and then ask him a follow-up question about that one. I have done this many times in life, and it really does help out in not only starting small talk, but also a nice icebreaker as well. People tend to just feel more comfortable whenever you're asking them questions and they're able to explain things about what they have going on or something they're working on or whatever it may be. Number 11, everything seems to work out in the end. As we all know, life is tough and shit happens. And over the years, I have realized that with every tough situation I've had in life, it always seems to work out in the end. Yes, there will be mistakes made and things lost, but as hard as it is sometimes, I try not to stress on it too much because life has a way of just working things out. Number 12, having kids is hard, but so worth it. From dealing with temper tantrums to having to explain weird things about life to dealing with parents makes having kids a pretty tough job. But it's all worth it because having kids teaches you what's truly important in life. They give you a reason to live more selflessly. They leave you with lifelong memories, and they also give you pride as a parent watching your kid grow. Having kids is truly one of the most powerful things in life, and I thank God every day that I became a dad. Number 13 is I do not care what other people think. Now, this is a hard concept to grasp when you are in your younger years because you want everyone to like you. Now, as you get older, you really do start to understand that when you stop worrying about what other people think of you, you tend to find more happiness in life because you start focusing on the things that you want to do and that makes you happy. And also, let's be honest real quick. Most of the time, whenever we're thinking about if people are really thinking about us or what we're worried about people are thinking, when they're going to bed at night, I can almost guarantee you are not a thought in their head. So you might as well live the life that you want to live and don't give two shits about what anybody thinks of you. Because in 150 years from now, no one's going to remember us anyways. And that actually leads me to the next one. Number 14 is I'm going to die. A famous quote from Benjamin Franklin says, "In this world, nothing can be certain except death and taxes." We have limited time on this earth, so make sure that you are using it wisely because each day gone is another we will never get back. Every day I wake up, I always am making sure I am living the life that I truly want to live. Now, yes, you will have good days and bad days, but overall, you want to make sure that you are choosing the life that you want to live. Number 15 is to start investing as soon as possible. Man, if I could go back to when I was 16 years old and make my mom and dad open me a custodial account and use some of the little bit of money I was earning as a stock guy at the grocery store, by God, I would. And the reason for that is because time is an investor's greatest asset. The more time you have to let your money compound, the better. This chart helps show that. These are the investing results, 3 different people who make an initial investment of $1,000 and invest $200 per month thereafter. From the time they begin investing until they retire at 67, each earns an annual return of 8% per year. The only difference, one starts at 22, one starts at 27, and the third starts at 32. Come retirement, the 22-year-old has nearly 2.5 times more the amount of money than the 32-year-old. So the lesson here is start as early as you can. And if you guys are looking for a platform to start investing on, I highly recommend Public. I have a link down below in the description where you can start investing today. They also have a high yield savings account that offers 5.1%. Again, link down below in the description if you guys want to give Public a try today. Number 16 is experiences over material items. From having a yes day for the kids or staying in Hawaii for a month, experiences beat material items any day of the week. See, when you buy a new item, you get that rush of joy. It's something new that you have, but that newness feeling doesn't last that long. Once that new feeling wears off, the joy goes away and it just becomes another everyday item. But with experiences, those memories can last a lifetime. I like to think of them as like little gifts of joy that stay up here in your mind and you can go and visit them anytime you'd like. Number 17, I don't have to work hard all the time. See, I used to believe in that grind culture where if I wasn't working, I wasn't succeeding. Now trust me, I'm a big believer in hard work and working hard for getting things that you want, but I also am a big believer of spending time with my family and friends. Life was not meant to be spent working all day. You have to take that time to enjoy your loved ones and friends as well. Number 18, money does buy happiness. Listen, I haven't had money and I have had money, and when you have your money right, life is much easier and you tend to be more happier as well. When you have money and you have your money right, you have less stress, you have more flexibility for yourself, and you also have power over yourself to choose what you want to do in life. You don't have to rely on someone else, and with that, tends to bring happiness. Number 19, living in the present is key. Do not dwell on the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate on the present moment. Buddha. When you are constantly dwelling on the past or thinking in the future of what needs to be done, where you need to be, this can cause a lot of stress and unhappiness. It's important to enjoy the journey. Enjoy each day that you're living in right now. Live in the moment. Now, sometimes I realize that is hard to do because I'm a planner. I'm the guy that's like type A. I want to get things done. But I also have a little bit of type B in me as well, to where I kind of like free spirit animal over here. So whenever those two clash and combine, I just tend to try and sit back, enjoy the ride, because we never know when that ride is over. And when it is over, we're most likely probably going to wish we could have sat back and enjoyed that ride a little bit better. Number 20, take the time to teach and discipline your kids. One of the biggest struggles I have as a parent is dealing with other parents that do not parent their kid. See, when you're a parent, when your kid is acting up, it is much easier to just turn a blind eye, pretend like nothing's going on, and that you don't have to deal with it. But as a parent, even though it is tough sometimes to do this, when you take the time to teach and to discipline your kid, they are understanding life lessons. Because to the parents that are turning the blind eye and not doing anything about their misbehaving children, all they are doing is setting their children up for failure in life. My son is 7 years old already, which blows my mind to think about, but I get questions from these parents about asking, man, how is your son so well behaved? And I want to be like, well, it's because I discipline my kid. When he acts up, he gets in trouble. It's that simple. It's so much easier as a parent to just not spend the time to correct them, to show them the right way. A lot of parents are lazy nowadays. And if you take that extra pride as a parent, you take that extra step to spend time in teaching your kid the right way, when they get older, just being honest here, they're going to be leaps and bounds ahead of all of those other kids out there who are never disciplined. Number 21, don't be so quick to anger. I still personally struggle with this from time to time, but the older I get, the more I realize it's simply not worth it. Most of the time, it's best to just let it go. Anger solves absolutely nothing, and it can also ruin relationships. Number 22, strive for your goals, not someone else's. Social media is flooded with people showing off their highlight reels. It's important not to focus so much on what other people are doing and what other people are saying their dreams, goals, and aspirations are, and then you trying to mimic that. What's important is really, truly figuring out what you want in life. Figure out what you want in life, go work for that, and then ignore everything else. Number 23, every man dies, not every man lives. Yes, I'm quoting Braveheart here. Pursue your passions in life, take risk, and embrace the unknown, because life is too short and it could be over before we know it. Number 24, manifesting is a real thing. Guys, I remember about 6 years ago when I first started this YouTube channel, this was my dream. My dream was be able to do YouTube full time. That was it. And there was something in my mind and there was something in my gut that told me that I was going to figure out a way to do it. There was no other way around it. I knew I could make it work. It was just a matter of time, effort, and me just, putting in the work to do it. When you manifest something, when there's something out there in life that you really want to happen, you have to truly trust in yourself that you can do it. When you have full 100% trust in yourself, it most likely is going to happen. I will say that manifesting is a real thing. Number 25, asking questions is okay. I'm human. I'm not going to know everything, and I never will. If I don't know something or I want to know something, I am not ashamed to ask questions. If anything, I just saved myself a bunch of time asking someone a question instead of trying to figure out the answer myself. Number 26, taking time for myself is important. Having some me time really helps with creativity, mental health, and can also boost concentration. Taking some time to yourself is never a bad thing, and honestly, it's much needed. Number 27, I should try new things. Switching it up every now and then keeps things fun and alive. Also, trying something new may introduce you to something that you have a newfound passion about, and you never would have been able to find that if you never would have tried something new. Number 28, I want to stay in touch with my parents. Now, guys, I am lucky enough to still have both of my parents here with me, and I want to cherish as much time with them as I can. Now, unfortunately, I don't live close to them as of right now, but hopefully that's changing here in the very near term. But what I do focus on a lot is keeping in touch with my parents. I want to keep that line of communication open. I want to know what's going on in their life. I want them to know what's going on in my life, because our parents were the ones who brought us into this earth. They were our first ever best friends. And as I get older in life, so are my parents. And just like I want to make memories with my son and my daughter, I still want to make more memories with my parents. And I want to make memories together as a family, as my son and daughter, me and my wife, Gigi and Paul. Like, that's what I want to do. It's very important for me to keep in touch with my parents. Number 29, knowledge is power. When I was young, I didn't really want to learn. I didn't think it was that cool. I thought it was kind of dumb and just nerdy, and I do regret that a lot, because I do feel like I missed out on a lot in school at an early to like middle school, younger high school days. Guys, I will say this, it pays to know how things work. It also pays dividends to have a knowledgeable conversation with somebody. There's been so many times, like one thing I struggle with, and you guys have probably noticed it on every video, is my English is not the best. I just don't have proper grammar. I really don't. And that's one thing that I'm sometimes self-conscious about, even especially being on camera for thousands of people to watch. But that's something I've been able to gain confidence in over time and just kind of embrace it, because that's who I am. But that is one thing I wish I would have focused on at an earlier stage in life, is really trying to understand the power of knowledge and understanding how much you can gain from being an intelligent individual. Number 30 is, if you've made it this far, please hit that like button. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know something that you realized in your lifetime. I really am interested in reading the comment section on this one. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And if you did enjoy this video, you got something out of it, especially if you did watch to this point, one thing that you can do to really help out me with this video is share it with a friend. Send it through text message, share it on your social media, whatever it is. That really would help out the video. And if you do, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Until next video, you all take care.